Chucky and Nobrows' evil plan, based on Tales from the Other Railway by Professor Vengeance. This story was based on Stepney Gets Lost by Britt Allcroft and David Mitton, written by Team Zug. The 8 new diesels that have officially joined the Fingits Railway were enjoying their new lives really well. Melvin and Mark have been helping Diesel around the yard, and they've both been proven quite really useful. Roderick and Levi work on the main line, and even though Levi is meant to be a shunter, he often accompanies his boyfriend Roderick because he keeps breaking down. Classic Class 28s. Honk has also been doing really well. He's on the goods service. However, he hardly do any work nowadays since he's in the sheds playing Call of Duty with his new best friend Cromwell. And Dick also works in the yard with Diesel, although he's not that much helpful because he likes to sneak around the yard and try to get the others into trouble. However, there were 2 engines that technically weren't enjoying their new lives. Those new engines being Chucky and Nobrows, the Class 20 twin diesels. Neither Chucky or Nobrows like steam engines. Like, the Fingit only has 4 steam engines. Oh yeah, by the way, the Fingit acquired a new private owned engine named Clarence, who used to be dead, but the Fingit brought him back to life. Well, he's half dead, but you get the idea. If you saw the short video, you probably know what I'm talking about. Anyways, Chucky and Nobrows hate steam engines. And do you want me to see even worse? They used to hunt down steam engines even when they were first built. Both Chucky and Nobrows love to see the sight of scrapping engines, especially steam engines. Steamies begging for mercy. They enjoyed it. However, they felt rather sad that since all the steam engines were officially withdrawn from BR, they were feeling a little bit lost. They done what they were meant to do, hunting down steam engines and cutting them up, and now they've been put on the mainline work until they were both withdrawn in 1999 and were both sent to Angel Scrapyard, which would have been their fates if the Fingit didn't buy them. Years later, seriously, Angel Scrapyard has a weird thing about leaving diesels to rot and suffer. Maybe it's just me, but anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. One day, Chucky and Nobrows were sitting in the yards doing absolutely nothing. "I say, Nobrows," said Chucky to his twin. "Today is more miserable than the last." "Yeah, whatever you say, bro," said Nobrows, the more intelligent of the two. "We need to do something," replied Chucky. "But what?" added Nobrows. Just then he saw Steamy puffing by with his passenger train. He whistled. "Beep, beep. Hello there, Steroid," said Steamy. And just then, Steroid came by with a goods train. He whistled back to Steamy. "Poop, poop." "Hello, Steamy," said Steroid. And then they both went their own ways. "God, don't these teapots ever shut up?" said Chucky. "I really hate them." "Yeah, quite," said Nobrows. "I'm serious, Nobrows," said Chucky. "Why does Sir Wyatt Front keep these outdated relics and keep buying them? Controls that have a heart, am I right?" "What can we do about it, Chucky?" said Nobrows. Then Chucky had an idea. "You know what, Nobrows? I think we should..." Just then, a big, loud horn came from distance. It was Roderick. He came rushing through the yard and bashing into Chucky. Ow! Listen to me, Chucky, and listen to me good. Get off of me, you failed metropolitan bozo, yelled Chucky. I mean it, Chucky, said Roderick. Don't let me hear or you or your twin thinking about scrapping any of Sir Wyatt Francis' steam engines. I tolerate a lot of the bullcrap you went on, making fun of them behind their back, but even though the thing that Sir Wyatt Francis told us we are not allowed to scrap any of his steam engines. You will work for him under Sir Wyatt Francis' word. We will follow his orders till the day he retires or passes away. Until then, you do as I say and what he says when he says it. And you can only scrap the steam engines when he says it. Then Roderick rolled away. Ugh, stupid Roderick. I heard that, said Roderick. And if you dare do something so bad, I will reveal to everyone what your real names are, Chucky and Nobrows. Or should I call you Chucky and Nobrows? The two twin diesels didn't say a word. With little engines like Melvin, Mark, Dick, and Diesel, he could take them any day. But Roderick, their former leader of the Diesel Justice Division, well, technically these two, Chucky and Nobrows, weren't really part of it, more like recruits, sort of. Interns, you get the idea. Unbelievable, said Chucky. Who does Roderick think he is? He's such a hypocrite. Back in our day, he used to be just like us. And now look at him. Ever since he was saved from being scrapped by that stupid Levi, or being rescued by Sir Wyatt Francis, blah blah blah. He's now soft to the steamies. Pah. You know, Roderick wasn't totally like us. At least he showed compassion, or, well, the lack of compassion, but respect towards those steamies. Even when he did put them to the scrap sidings, said Nobrows. I get it, Nobrows. Look, I have a plan. Oh, I have a plan indeed. We can get rid of one of them. Maybe it's that one green one. The one that no one will really miss because he's slightly annoying. I'm listening, said Nobrows, and Chucky whispered his plan. That night in the sheds, Steamer was backing down to his shed when Nobrows came up to him. Hey, Steamy, is it? Yeah? Who are you again? Nobrows. Listen, so Wyatt Front came and told me that you need to do a job, just up the line. Up the line? Really? I thought he would have come to me, because I'm his favourite, apparently. Wait, what? Yeah, I'm his favourite engine. Even though he did got that his own private own engine, he still secretly thinks I'm the best. But don't tell Clarence I told you that. Alright, since you're his favourite, he wants you to do the job. Oh, yes. Okay, then. Beep, beep. See you later. And off Steamy went. Step 1 is complete, said Nobrows. Great, said Chucky. We'll wait 5 minutes, and then we'll go out. But unbeknownst to them, Dick had overheard. Attempted murder, eh? We'll see about that, said Dick. Meanwhile, Steamy was puffing down the line. He was so excited. So what did that Nobrows tell me to do again? Was it, to collect coaches? No, I had my own coaches. Collect trucks? Yeah, probably is trucks. Steamy puffed along so nicely until he began to go slower and slower. Driver, fireman, I'm slowing down a bit. Could you speed up, please? Steamy, said his driver. We run out of coal. Oh no! What am I going to do? Said Steamy. We'll wait here, said the fireman. We'll come look. Go on, Jonathan. Let's go look to the signal box. As Steamy's driver and fireman left the cab and went off to find help, Steamy was all alone, but not for long. He heard the sound of 2 diesel horns. Soon, out of the mist, was Chucky and Nobrows. Oh, it's you guys! Thank goodness you're here. Oh, don't you worry. We were just going to do our own jobs. But then we saw you and we thought we'll give you a helping hand. Since you're Sir Wyatt Francis' favourite engine. Yes, don't worry, said Nobrows. Me and my brother Chucky will take care of you. Soon Nobrows pushed Steamy and they began to move. Wait a minute, what about my driver? He hasn't come back yet, said Steamy. But Chucky and Nobrows didn't say anything. Soon they arrived at the abandoned smelter's yard. The reason why it's abandoned is because the diesels that used to work there decided to quit. So it shut down. That's funny, said Steamy. This isn't the repair yard. In fact, why have you stopped to wait for my driver and fireman to come back? Oh, who said we were going to fix you? Said Chucky. We're here to kill you. Steamy froze. What? You see, Steamy, said Nobrows, we hate steam engines. We hate them so much. And we can't stand the thought of having another island of Sodor, said Chucky. So, we know some teenagers who would love to cause some trouble. So we're going to put you into the smelter shed and we're going to watch you die. Steam began to cry. Please don't do it. Sir Wyatt Francis will be in you two will be in big trouble with Sir Wyatt Francis when he finds out. Or he'll probably get a diesel to do your jobs. About time, if you ask me. Laughed Chucky. Soon they arrived at the smelter shed. A big grabbing claw was there. Bye-bye, Steamy, said Chucky. But just before they were about to leave, they heard a whistle. It was Bozo. He was rushing to the smelters like he was going as fast as he could. And then he was on the same line as Steamy and Nobrows. Soon, Bozo bumped into Nobrows and Steamy. The jolt made Steamy go further into the shed, and the claw actually touches Nobrows. Hey, what's going on? Said Chucky. Nobrows was getting scared. Let me down, said Nobrows. The claw was about to crush him when it stopped. Then, out of Bozo's cab was the Thin Git, and he was super angry. His face was a bloodish red, and he looked like his head was about to explode. What the blooming heck were you two doing? Said the Thin Git. An angry finger pointed at both Chucky and Nobrows. You tried to scrap Steamy? What the hell is wrong with you? Sir, I can explain. Save it, said Bozo. Dick saw everything. He told the Thin Git. He what? Oh, when I get my hands on that snitch, I will. You lay a buffer on Dick, and it'll be the last thing you'll do here. Roared the Thin Git. I'm the shame at both of you. I thought after I saved you both from being scrapped, you would be nicer towards engines, including steam engines, but I think I was wrong. Chucky and Nobrows felt a bit hurt. part of me wants me to send you back to Angel's scrapyard. Please, sir, don't send us back there, said Chucky. We're sorry, said Nobrows. Soon the Thin Git had an idea. On second thoughts, I won't send you back. Instead, I got a much better punishment for you both. Sir? Asked Chucky. What do you have in mind? Oh, you'll see, my attempted murderous friend. You'll see. Bozo, get Steamy out of there. Yes, sir, said Bozo. So Bozo dragged Steamy out the smelter shed, and Roderick came to pick up both Chucky and Nobrows. I told you this was going to happen, Chucky and Nobrows. Or should I call you Eugene and Sheldon? Chucky and Nobrows didn't say anything. They felt embarrassed, and the fact that Roderick actually called them by their real names was actually embarrassing. You alright, kid? Said Bozo. I am, Bozo. Thank you. What are friends for? It's funny how I able to save you from being scrapped twice. Yeah. Listen, Steamy. Don't listen to what they said. You may be a bit over enthusiastic, but you're like a little brother to me, and you're my best friend. I have lost my friends back in the LNER. Really? Yeah. Tell you what, I'll tell you all my former LNER stories with all my friends. Thank you, Bozo. Later the next day, Bozo and Dick were given medals of honor for basically saving Steamy's life. As a reward, they were given a new coat of paint and, well, that's basically it. Oh yeah, and a free wash down for a week. Dick felt really proud. I told you being a snitch is good, he said. He bragged to the others. Bozo was just glad he was able to save his best friend. Steamy's really happy to have a friend like Bozo. As for Chucky and Nobrows, well, I'll tell you what their punishment is. As their punishment, they were fused together in an unbreakable chain, back to back, and they were given a new honor of being the other railway sewage train engines. That means for the rest of the days they have to pull the tankers of the sewage train. They hated it, and they blamed each other for it. This was your fault, Chucky, said Nobrows. My fault, said Chucky. It was your fault, Nobrows. You should have pushed him in the shed faster. Well, maybe if you didn't talk like a lunatic. I'll tell you. The end.